Hey, you guys. So I am back with this is a desk fan. If you heard that in the background, I'm back with a chit chat. Yeah, basically, I had a long day and I put together a blog for you. It'll probably end up being just a mini blog, but long story, long story short, I had to go out and work today, hands on with a client. Mm, do I want to say that? It was, yeah, I'll just let you know what happened, and you can kind of gather what I want to say, but you never know what people can see on the internet. And it's really no secret because she knows that she was wrong for what she did. Um, so I was booked for, yeah, so I have a client who requested an appointment. She's moving into a house today, or she'd moved in, but wanted to get organized and settled, and all of her things were in boxes. So she reached out to me. I clearly state that I or one of my teammates will show up, typically a teammate these days, especially if they're, yeah, anyway. Um, so I informed her that okay, so it was kind of short notice. I had kind of difficulty finding um someone to send to her location. So I ended up having to go myself in the morning, and so I was trying out a new subcontractor. I don't have employees, I have contractors just cuz it's less complicated right now. Um so yeah, like I had one of my contractors, well, a new contractor I was trying out, who was gonna come at 11, and I was gonna get there at 9:30. So the other lady who was supposed to be there, she basically she wasn't. I wanted her to do the whole project herself, um, but because unpacking is kind of straightforward, and so if someone has like a good resume or good experience, good customer, like they've worked with people before and have good reviews, good references, um then I can try them out on a project like that because it's kind of straightforward. Like you put kitchen stuff in the kitchen, and those references tell me that they have some semblance of how, like, of knowledge on how to organize things. Like really you can just like have very basic organizing skills and unpack a home. For the most part, there are complicated cases, but um yeah, so I look at what people have said about that person in the past, and this lady seemed to be pretty well liked, actually. And she seemed to be good at organizing. She owned her own business that wasn't organizing related, but it involved a lot of packing and unpacking. So that told me that she likely has like the eye for seeing space and making things fit, at least on a basic level. And really, this was just like kind of supposed to be a one off, like unpack this lady's house, and then yeah, basically I get my money, I pay the contractor, and then we're all happy. Didn't work out that way. This chick tells me she's got a chiropractor appointment and will be there at 11. Fine, whatever. She said that before agreeing to do it. Okay. This morning, and I'm already not really a morning person, and I haven't been doing my wake up early thing since COVID started. So actually a little bit before that, I got kind of off track. Then I got really off track. Anyway, so this woman sends me an email. Um Actually, even before that, like I'm a very laid back personality, and I just happen to be organized, and I happen to be good at telling other people how to organize, but I'm really laid back, which is actually a very useful trait to have because um it helps with relating to clients and making the session less intimidating for them. So, this person that I was hiring, she calls me yesterday when she agreed. It was yesterday when she agreed to do the job. Arrive at 11, that was all fine. She calls me and she's like, um Well, I don't know. It was like some weird thing where she how do I explain it? I don't know. It was just like very busy. But first of all, her tone was kind of like, "Okay, sweetie," and "sweetie," and I'm like, "Honey, I'm cutting your check. Why are you calling me sweetie?" Like, and so I'm like, some people just talk like that. She probably didn't mean it like that, but she just had kind of like a slight vibe to her. And I'm like, you know what? But people like her, and as long as she can get the job done, it's fine. I can either use her again, not use her again. I probably won't bring her back because like things like that right off the bat are kind of like, yeah. Anyway, so she's doing like the sweetie and okay and this and that type of things. So I'm like, whatever. Um, and the busybody thing. It was like she called to like inform me that she felt it necessary to do things a certain way. Um, because she felt like she needed to cover her own tracks. And I'm like, well, no, no, it's good. Like, like I'm paying you, it's fine. I've, like I hire subcontractors all the time. It was like a kind of like very minute, not even like a legal kind of detail. It would be the equivalent of someone saying, trying to think of a good example. Um, what's the, I don't know, like something very like I got where she was coming from because like if you're less experienced and also just like it's kind of a long story. It gets into like how I hired her and where I found her and all that stuff, which it was actually like very minute part of that, but didn't really matter. And she tried to kind of make it whatever. Like I chalked it up to like inexperience, and it would be like example. Actually, I'd rather. I think I need to sign this form in blue ink because if I use black ink, maybe if there's a problem, the state won't recognize black ink. Something really weird like that. Anyway, but I was like, we can do it that way. If that would make you feel better, but it's not necessary. I've done this a million times and I used to be in your shoes where I was actually, just like taking, subcontracted out, like whatever, doing like one-off things through the exact same channel where I found her, which is why I went back to that channel, of finding independent contractors. And, yeah, to help other people, to help me, of course. Um, anyway, so, and I don't come across as like this bossy type individual. Like I'm really laid back as long as you are within the boundaries, and the boundaries I don't even like. Some boundaries are very strictly drawn, but others I'm like, like if you approach, the edge of that boundary, I'll politely let you know, or I'll just be like, hey, this, and that is, whatever. And then if it's a problem, then it's like, okay, cool. I just won't work with this person anymore. That's fine. No big deal. As long as you didn't like, set anything on fire, like destroy, my business, my livelihood, my whatever, my income source, my reputation really. Um, it's good. As long as you're not messing up my coins, we're good. So anyway, and no one's done that thus far in like 5 years, almost 6 years. July to be 6 years. No one's done that. Um, well, really, I've been like contracting work out for less than 6 years, but in the years I've been doing it, the few years, like it's been good. So, yeah, so we got past that. She ended up like, I don't, yeah, that ended up like not being, yeah, whatever. So, I messaged her and I'm like, okay, well, also bring a mask because, this client might be at home. She might require a mask, like whatever. It's just good to have a mask. I got some extra gloves if you need them, but I don't have extra masks because I use reusable masks and I don't just have like the disposable ones around. Hadn't planned on going out to a client's house, hadn't planned on meeting a worker, a contractor. So, and it was early morning for me, so I didn't see myself stopping to get masks for someone else. Anyway, yeah. So she's like, "Oh, I always keep masks. I always keep extra." I'm like, "All right, that's not really necessary. Just say like, okay, oh great, I'll bring one, like whatever." Anyway, but I'm like, "You know what? Um maybe just like whatever, give this person their space to be who they are and get the job done and then like, proceed on as you will." So, yeah, so fast forward to early this morning before dawn, she sends me a message. I saying she had an asthma attack and she really wants to do the job, but she's got to be on her breathing machine, and she was messaging me early so that I could find someone else. I mean, I hope she's healthy. I hope she's well. I don't want to sound like a jerk, but like I already like had like I didn't think that she would be like the type to cancel last minute, but and asthma's real, and I don't want someone who has like, breathing compromise type of thing going on to overexert themselves, or, to be like putting themselves at risk or whatever. Um but at the same time, there in the back of my mind there is kind of like I mean, did you just not want to show up, like, kind of thing? But I hate to be like that, and you know what, heaven forbid she actually, yeah, like I hope she's okay. So anyway, and she asked me to reconsider her for next time in light of the other stuff, not the asthma attack, because like there, like in the absence of all that other stuff, I would have been like, oh man, like, yeah, I got to give her, another chance, like, whatever. Yeah, I'll reach out to you. But in light of all that other stuff, like, I don't think I will. Um, so I ended up having to do the whole thing myself. And another thing, she had my number. She could have texted me. Now, maybe she messaged me because she didn't want to text that early, but this is work related, so you can text me early for stuff like that. It was weird that she didn't text me, which, maybe somehow like when I texted her, because like we yeah, like I reached out to her online because that's how I, found her. So we didn't initially have each other's number, and she was like, let's exchange numbers, or like, yeah, like here's my number, text me so I'll have your number so we can like communicate offline or whatever. And I texted her, and now granted, maybe I got the number wrong, that's possible, but I texted her, never got a reply. So I'm assuming either maybe I did have the wrong number, maybe, and that's the only way she could reach me, or like maybe this whole thing was kind of, yeah, the word fugazi comes to mind, but maybe the whole thing was just kind of like, I don't know, it just felt slightly off, just slightly off from the start. Anyway, there's no real big thing about this. Like she canceled and it was fine and I did the job. But like now I'm stuck doing this job. It's a 2-story house with a basement, a full finished basement. So I'm like up and down stairs the whole time. The homeowner has cerebral palsy, so there's only so much she can do. Plus she had to work. So she's sitting in the backyard working. Um, and the movers did not put the boxes in their right places, so I had to like unpack boxes and move stuff in like sections so that I could lift it up and down the stairs. It was like very labor intensive. And then there was a lot of micro organizing once I got everything in their place. First I had to decide where stuff would go, because she had a lot of like keepsakes and knickknacks and things like that that don't automatically go in one place. And then she's the kind of person that doesn't want to see her keepsakes and knickknacks, but she wants them stored in specific places. And then the rest is just kind of like figure out where stuff goes type thing. And then make it look super nice. So you'll see in my vlog that I recorded that I'm just like, I don't have time to make this look really, nice, and I'm by myself, and this is like a last minute booking, and like all that, she had no choice but to understand. Oh, so before I even got there, 12 midnight, the client sends me a message and she's like, um wait, you're only going to be there for an hour and a half? That's nothing. That's not enough time. And then you're going to leave this person. I'm like, hold on. First of all, This is not a person. This is a teammate. This is someone I've vetted. Um, so, and you were made aware of this up front that I work with a team. Really, you're lucky I'm going to be there at all. But an hour and a half is plenty of time for me to come up with a plan for that person to follow when she arrives so she can just finish the job. And then she's like, and then I like doing this. If there's a difficult client or someone that just like starts with the, before the job even starts, I hit her with the, but you know what? We can cancel. We should really cancel because I fully support your desire to have a service provider who will cater to your every desire. So, you know, the last thing I want to do is to make a client feel uncomfortable. Let's just cancel. And that way you can find, someone who can devote the time or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, no, 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 oh my goodness, no, please come. I was just worried and blah, 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 blah. You're coming, right? Okay, see you, please. I love you. Don't leave me. They do that. When you just like, yeah, that's something else. Yeah, like, yeah, that goes a long way with people who kind of try it, especially in business. Just the whole, oh, I don't really like, there's a way you say it, but like, I mean, well, since you say so, you really should be free to find a situation, a business that better serves you. I fully support you. I thank you for the feedback. Let's cancel. But what you're really saying in a roundabout way is, I don't need your money. I don't need your foolery. It's really not worth it for me. Um, you know, Life and business will go on without you. I'll just find another customer who will take your appointment if you don't want it and if you don't want to treat me with respect and to act like you've got some sense. But you're saying that without like coming across like, combative, whatever. Anyway, so that happened. I did that. I could tell y'all some stories. Anyway, so I kind of knew that. I was like 2 seconds away from just canceling the whole thing anyway, because I dealt with this girl, this lady that like was like already kind of like coming across weird, and then the client is like trying it at midnight for a 9:30 before a 9:30 appointment. I was like, you know what? I'm kind of good right now. By the grace of God, I'm good and I don't need this appointment. So like I could really just like stay home and chill and sleep in and work on getting other customers that I can send my team to. Anyway, so of course she's like, no, 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 don't cancel, don't be silly. And I'm like, all right, whatever, see you 9:30. So anyway, yeah, I get there. There's a ton of just like stuff to do. The house is a little bit unclean. She's got a cat. I don't mean that like shady. It was just like, well, she's got a cat, and then there's like kind of clutter, like, but not clutter like moving clutter, like kind of the living room really was kind of the living room, and then the kitchen countertop, which like a cluttered kitchen countertop doesn't bother me typically, but like the living room had just like all kinds of stuff on the floor that was like not moving related. So anyway, I did what I did. I did what I had to do. I can't think of anything that was really eventful other than the fact that like I'm in this house. It's been like 90 degrees here. I mean, I don't think the air conditioner was completely off, but like running up and down those stairs, I was like hot and sweating. So that was that. By the way, this is my Stay Golden glitter lip kit in cocoa, GLK. I had to think of their name for it. Glitter lip kit in cocoa. I just filmed a tutorial. I actually just uploaded the tutorial for how to do this look with one of their glitter lip kits, as well as my affiliate link so you can get yours. They are Black owned. The founder is Jamaican, and yeah, the company's are run by a bunch of island girls. So yeah, go get you some. Anyway, oh, and it's also like it's party proof, they call it. You can drink, you can like make out with DJs and ish and it won't come off. It's glittery, but I mean it feels grainy, but it doesn't feel like irritating or scratchy at all. It's like a soft glitter. I'm gonna drink Yeah, anyway. Yeah, just like so you can see, like, I don't think it's gonna come off on this straw. Was that glitter on my tongue, actually? It hasn't been getting in my mouth. But now I've had it on for a little while. I mean, not that long, because like when I wore it before, I wore it all day and it was kind of fine. But yeah, it stays put. I could even drink it from like the rim of the cup. Let me try that for you guys, actually. I probably should have done this in the review video, but see there, I just took a sip. Can't really see. There's no glitter on the cup. Um, so yeah, this is good stuff. So, and I've got it in 4 shades, so you'll be seeing it again. So anyway, yeah, like I was, oh man, and I was like trying to get out of there early. So then, but of course, like my clients tend to want me to like stay there forever, which is like a huge part of the reason I started subcontracting out a lot of the work. Well, really, like all of it. That's kind of the goal, to fully automate that business so I can do me. Um, which the business is me doing me, but like there's some other things that I want to do that constitute doing me, like travel more. So, anyway, yeah, so that happened. I actually stayed an extra 30, 45 minutes for her. Um, I really started to get irritated because she's like, "Oh, well, I didn't know that I would be able to work while you were here, and can you just stay? Um, and I really like to do a little bit more, and then have you come back and to do like the micro organizing, my word, she didn't use that word, but to put the finishing touches." And I'm like, "Okay, well, first of all, lady, like, um, do you have a cleaner?" Because again, my subtle way, she's like, uh, well, I had one. She was really amazing, but I moved. Now I don't have one, so I'll just find one. And I don't mean to say it this way, but like, maybe I can ask. I don't want to say I can make, but I can ask the new cleaner, if they can do the folding, so you can just focus on what you do best. I want you to do your expertise, and for your skill set to shine, and you to be able to focus on that. Because I was like, all the folding and stuff of your clothes and your scarves, and she's Middle Eastern, so she had tons of scarves. That takes a lot of time. And also, a tip for you guys: the micro organizing can take as much, if not as more time than just like moving in and getting settled, in terms of like putting your things kind of where they belong. Just like, you can put things in a drawer, or you can make that drawer look nice. Making that drawer look nice is going to take a little bit more time, especially if you're folding, if you're like, have like special kind of cases, like you need your stuff to fit a certain way. Organizing like your spices a certain way. Yeah, you can stock your spice cabinet, or you can make it completely functional where you know exactly where everything is. And especially, either A, if you've never done it before yourself, or B, if you've got someone like me coming in. I work very quickly, but I don't know your layout, so I'm gonna have to learn your layout, and then I'm gonna have to figure out, if you haven't sent me the videos and the inventory of your stuff, or like the photos that I usually request before coming out. I'm gonna have to like do all that planning when I get there, and then I'm gonna have to execute the actual like organizing and put things where they go. Which I can do on the fly too, but sometimes it's just kind of like, look, I need to know all your stuff, the sheer magnitude of stuff you have that you want me to organize, so I can, like mentally find a place for it. And turning the fan back on. And like, do something that makes sense logically, um that will fit your behavior. Like, you don't have to work too hard to adapt your lifestyle to how I organize your home, but I get to know the client, and I do what makes sense for them. Like with her having cerebral palsy, her everyday clothes, so she's got floor to ceiling built-in closet shelving. So like her everyday clothes, and she really said this, but like I don't want to say common sense, but her everyday clothes need to go closer to the floor, like to the bottom, because you know it's easier for her to reach stuff that way versus like reaching up and getting on a ladder and things like that. Um, which is also which I kind of had to check myself a little bit. Check is a hard like a strong word, but I don't like, and this is another reason why I subcontract things out, because other people are, I guess, tend to be more receptive to this, but I don't like when a client, like today, she's like, um, well, can you organize like all the dry foods in the pantries? And I'm like, where else would I put the dry foods? And can you put like the snacks with the snacks and the pasta with the pasta? I'm like, why would I not do that? Or her other thing, yeah, like you can put stuff anywhere, just like not on the bed. I'm like, the bed, I literally said, I was like, beds aren't for storage. Um, and like, yeah, so I had to kind of like remind myself that like sometimes people don't know, like so I hired this expert. She probably knows certain things, like to group things together. That's like kind of how organizing works. But anyway, and to not leave stuff laying around. You know what? Let me not. So, anyway, I did that job. I'm kind of like venting a little bit and it feels good. Um, I did that job and it was kind of, it was fine. Like, I got my coin. I didn't have to pay anybody. I didn't have to share the revenue with a subcontractor, so it's more in my pocket. But I do also value my peace of mind. I value my rest. I value being able to like do more administrative stuff for the business right now, like growing the business. I'm gonna be outsourcing. I think I'm gonna put my organizing business with this virtual assistant firm that I found through the second business I started, which we can talk about that because I don't think we have. But so yeah, like I was working with an assistant. I had like kind of a again like a contract based assistant where I could just be like, hey, you got a couple hours, can you do this for me? She wasn't like full time. So instead of like, there are certain things that it would be good to use her for. And there is within this group so I took like a webinar with a group, and within that group, so well, not my well she had completed it before, so there's like a bigger group of people from all time who've completed the webinar, and then my group that just did it back in April. So within the greater group, someone who did it, like completed the webinar and set up her business before I did, which I'll explain that in a sec. There's a lady who has a virtual assistant company that she started, and their pricing is very competitive. She might use overseas people, which I don't entirely mind, for like, because it's very affordable, and they do like mundane stuff that just about anyone can do. By that I mean like they don't have to necessarily, like, you can create kind of like a manual, but not even like a thorough man. You can just be like, um, okay, well, I need whatever, like examples of what they do. They respond to client emails, like people who are just like, well, what are your prices? Anybody who has access to your website can look it up and tell the people, or do you have Thursday free, stuff like that. Whereas the other assistant, I had her, so I was like working on building an insurance consultancy for small businesses, and I had to do like a lot of cold calling, but I don't like cold calling, but she likes cold calling, or she's willing to do it, so I had her do it. And it was very kind of personalized, and although even that you can kind of like outsource to people who don't really know you and your whatever. Though people who do cold calling themselves say that like no one can do it but you, because nobody can like capture your approach to selling over the phone, or like information gathering or whatever. I don't know. It's one of those things that I'm like, on paper I'm very good at, but in theory, like, I really don't enjoy it at all. Like, it really, like, you know, what's the opposite of a morale booster? Like, it's that. So, I had the other assistant doing that, the in-person, the one who, I mean, she's remote, but she's not virtual, as in like, this is like a virtual firm of just like people. I don't know. Yeah. Um, so anyway, I will probably still have her do things for me. Like I'm getting into selling more organizing products. And so if I'm like traveling, that's something she can definitely do. Like I could have her so I'm gonna be getting like like a virtual office space for now. And so she can pick up like shipments when I order the products, the stock for the products. She can pick them up and then like ship them out as customers buy them, um, stuff like that. Um, so anyway, um, yeah, so I started a second business. It is a laundry delivery business, well, a laundry valet, let's call it business. So I coordinate laundry pickup, wash and fold for now, although you can right now in theory you can or right now on the website you can add on like dry cleaning. I don't just do straight dry cleaning pickup yet, because I just came into business like May. um so it's going well. I had a crazy stalker customer, a Karen, if you will, who ordered pickup overnight, like 9 p.m., and expected me to send someone to her place at 8 p.m., at 8 a.m. the next morning, without like speaking to anybody, without any real confirmation. She just thought somebody was going to show up. And that's happened a couple times, but this lady like straight up stalks me online. So I was advertising in Facebook groups, and come to find out, she's a lawyer. She was silly enough to email her send harassing emails to my business email from her lawyer email. So I looked up her law firm. Lo and behold, she's got negative reviews for not responding to people's calls and emails, and like their requests to get stuff filed and whatnot, which is a way bigger deal than your laundry not getting picked up at 8 a.m. So in addition to that, I offered her a free load of laundry, and I offered to have someone pick up um, her laundry later that day, like in the afternoon versus at 8 a.m. So anyway, other than that, it's been really good. Most of my clients are black, which is awesome because I feel like I'm keeping black people safe from COVID in a way. Like in New York, they're not having to go to laundromats, or their building's communal laundry center. They can stay. Now, I mean, my services aren't really cheap, but you know, and I like. I don't want to say that like I bend the rules for everyone, but like I enjoy like kind of getting to know clients on the level of like, there was one lady where like she was waiting for like a paycheck or like some sort of, maybe she's on fixed income or something, I don't know, but she needed to get laundry done for her daughter, and she was waiting for like a paycheck to clear. And so I had talked to her and whatnot, and everybody's going through it right now, like a lot of people, their money isn't the way it was before. So I already had her credit card on file. Had I not have, I probably wouldn't have done this, but like I arranged to charge her later, like on the Monday after the check clears versus like the Friday or whatever. And it was no big deal to me, because like I knew that the card was good. And like, why am I going to take, and again, my services aren't cheap. Why am I going to take money out of their household when maybe they need to buy groceries over the weekend or something? So stuff like that, I feel like I'm helping, and that is really, it's awesome. Like, I had no plans of starting a laundry delivery service. So there's this guy he's actually the founder of Inclusive, which is kind of like a black alternative to, or it is a black alternative to Airbnb. He does these webinars, and they're free, which is amazing. And he teaches how he started his first businesses, which were cleaning companies that did really, really well. And so he took that money and started other businesses with them. And so like I had run-ins with him actually, and I kind of found him to be arrogant, but I kept running into other people, including an attorney client of mine who swore by him, like would always sing his praises. And finally I was like, you know what, like I don't know whether like I'd heard that he's really good at getting clients or something like that. So I was like, you know what, like I'm trying all sorts of things to be able to scale my business up and attract more clients. Let me do his course, and it's free. There's no reason for me not to. You know, I don't lose anything by doing it. And then so I signed up for the April course. COVID shutdown happened, so I was like, you know what, this is good. I can just commit to learning this guy's methods to attracting local business for all of April. And it worked out great. I had my friend in Atlanta do the course with me. So in the course, he teaches you how to set up a business, and a lot of people already have businesses, and there's a certain reason why you set up a business and why there are certain types of businesses he recommends you set up, like a cleaning company, like a lawn care company, like laundry delivery, which I later found that like not many people were doing laundry delivery, and I kind of found out why. Because like, I don't know, for me, I feel like the cleaning company is more straightforward, but everyone and their mom has a cleaning company. And I also thought laundry delivery would fit well into what I'm already doing, because not only can we pick your laundry up, make sure it's done, take it off your hands, I can send somebody to your house to drop it off, to come in the house, to put your laundry away, because I have a home organizing service. And honestly, that was something, not having a laundry delivery company, but like I would always advise clients to do wash and fold drop off service, because they would either not have time to do laundry, or they just hate doing laundry, they hate folding. And so here, like, it's so easy to just like, wash and fold places are everywhere, so you can just drop your laundry off and then pick it up, and it's already folded, and you just put it away. Anyway, now I get to be that person. Instead of like referring them out, they can just pay me to take care of their laundry. So yeah, we offer contact free service too, so they don't even have to be home for the pickup. It's the timing of this has been really well thus far. I've had a few good clients. I have one recurring client so far. I had a 95 year old client who's hard of hearing and also has a speech impediment. And so I worked with his son, and it was just like really rewarding to be able to send someone to be patient with them. You know, they know that the laundry is going to be picked up, dropped off in good hands. You know, we're all black, supporting each other. So I don't know, it's been awesome. I didn't imagine that like all of my clients would be black thus far, but it's really rewarding and amazing. And because in my home organizing client or business, I do have black clients, but most of them aren't. So yeah, anyway, so that's what I've been super busy doing, basically. So organizing, I didn't do like a whole bunch of that, but I did have to still manage my social media and stuff like that, which is a lot of work if you do it yourself. I think a mosquito just bit me. Or it bit me yesterday. It's just itching, I guess. So just like revamping, growing, attracting clients, doing things better that I've always wanted to do well, but I've just been so overstretched that I couldn't focus on certain things. And even now, my social media is kind of fallen by the wayside again. But that's because I don't really know why. Like, I've been tired too, but a different tired. You know what? I think like the civil stuff that's going on, the civil unrest and the social stuff that's going on, it's kind of made me feel tired. But what else have I been doing? Oh, because I was taking the course. So yeah, so my social media kind of fell by the wayside then, because the course, you take it every single day. And then there's stuff you have to do to like follow along. So I was basically setting up my second business, and then I kind of got off track with the social media presence of my organizing business. But I have learned some things about attracting clients there as well. It just takes time to like create the posts and things like that. So this fan dries my throat out. Anyway, so yeah, what else? Mm, Yeah, so the laundry business is actually doing pretty well. It's growing. I'm getting like new leads and things every day. I've learned how to run ads better. I've become better at that. Oh, I was saying because of everything being shut down, it's been a great opportunity to work on and learn new skills and not feel like I'm missing out on anything. And like organizing has been kind of like at a pause until like this week basically. Um, but laundry delivery's been going since May. Um, anyway, so yeah, there's that. That's that. What else? I thought I had some other stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about. We're at 40 minutes. So, eh. My friend in Vietnam whose wedding I went to, she's having a baby, so I'm probably gonna go back over there soon. Um, she didn't want kids, but yeah, like the wedding night, literally, I think, yeah, um, yeah, she really didn't want kids, at least not right away, perhaps at all. But the guy she married, her husband, really does want kids. So now she's happy now that she is having a child. But anyway, I think yeah, I won't get into like what I think happened, but just they're very traditional Vietnamese, or she's traditional by our standards, but by Vietnam standards, like the guy she married is way traditional. I was a little bit concerned about that, but it seems fine. He seems like he's very accommodating from what I saw, but like she was like very much distressed after the wedding about like having kids, and I think she was worried, anyway. Anyway, yeah, so she's having a baby now in September. And another one of my girls in Cambodia is having a baby. She got married in March. Same thing, you know, uh, right after they got married. But I think she really wanted kids. Like, I think traditionally, I think people there marry because they want kids. Well, but I know people. So the people I know there who get married and don't have kids right away are people that don't. They're less traditional and more westernized. Um, but the people I know who are very traditional, and my friend is traditional. My Vietnamese friend is traditional, but she's very also like um, westernized as well, just not to the extent as other people are. Like her father studied in Germany, she studied in the UK, but she's still like her values and things are kind of like very traditional Vietnamese. That like the wedding was completely traditional. Uh, Although she did like incorporate like an American wedding dress, but no veil, like whatever. Just yeah, the people in Southeast Asia are starting to do that increasingly now. Um, they'll still wear their cultural stuff, but although no, she just wore her Western dress, but it was like a slim fit design. It looked kind of like an outside, which is like if you've seen it, to us it would look like a silk overcoat with silk pants underneath, but like it's basically like a Vietnamese dress that traditionally women wear. Um, but yeah, she just wore like a dress that kind of looked like one of those. It didn't have pants. It was just like a straight up, just like a sheath dress, I guess you could say, or like a slim fit kind of Vietnamese dress, or I mean American style wedding dress. But yeah, so um, that's that. She's excited now. I'm glad she's happier and not sick anymore. She was really sick in the beginning, um, and like didn't want to say anything at all because she didn't like believe that people could basically have babies after like you know their wedding night. um, Again, very traditional, like I said, but yeah. Anyway, so what else? I've been playing around with the stock market quite a bit lately. I made a lot of money and then things have been down lately. So fortunately, I pulled out my money. Um, so I haven't suffered like a huge loss, but I have taken some losses. But it's cool. I'm just like letting it sit in there and then go back up or whatever. Um, so what else? What else? I've not moved. I've not found a place. I've been looking for like a townhome up here. I don't know. That might be on hold because like the way stuff is going, um, just socially in this country, and I'm just like, um, I want to go to Ghana. I'd like to go to Ghana by the end of the year, and check it out there. I'd been wanting to go. So a friend here actually went to Ghana right before the shutdown and came, she came back, but that was one of her most recent vacations and she loved it. And I hear such great things from people who visit there. And so last year, 2019, they called it the year of the return. They did this kind of tourism slash, um, I don't like the word repatriation because it makes me think of like people who die overseas and are brought back to be buried. But what are expatriate type of like um they want Black Americans and really like the whole diaspora, but they've really been focusing on us lately with like all the stuff that's been going on here. They want us to return to Africa, and so Ghana has become very friendly toward us coming back. And now I've heard it's easy to go there and stay, but I've also heard that like it's kind of not difficult as in they kick you out, but like a long process to get a residential visa, and buying property might be kind of like complicated. I don't remember. I'm still looking into that actually. But yeah, I just want to go to Ghana and check it out. Um and see, what the Ghanaian people are talking about, what Ghana's talking about over there, what it's like. Um, so yeah, I think I'm gonna end this chit chat. Was there something else? Oh, I mean, yeah, like I started back taking my tennis lessons. I have a tennis lesson tomorrow. Shutdown has been slowly easing up here. So it's, outdoor dining opened on like the 15th or the 22nd. I don't remember. I haven't dined. Well, I have dined outdoors. I did once, kind of illegally, but the tables were spaced out. Um, and I'll have like some food and take it by the riverside and eat it. But yeah, I haven't formally like under the new phase 2 opening had or phase 2 had gone to a restaurant for outdoor dining. Indoor is about to open to up to 25% capacity July 2nd, I believe. I really want to be able to go to the gym, but I can kind of wait now that I have tennis going on. Except, you know what? Pools are open now. You can go to the pool, but my pool is at my gym. Also, I wouldn't want to be at a neighborhood pool anyway. So my gym is actually owned partially by an NFL team, partially by a hospital. Um, so they maintain hospital level standards of keeping the place clean even before COVID. Although like the cleaning staff I feel like are kind of lazy when it comes to the showers. But the pool area, it's easy to spread out. Saltwater pool. Um yeah. And they told us that they would step things up, if it meant that they could stay open. This is before the shutdown was mandated. And so I went to the gym up until shutdown happened because, like, I was confident that they were doing what they needed to do. And I would go when hardly anyone would be there. Um, Also, steam rooms are good for preventing COVID and for treating COVID. So a friend's sister works for a hospital and shared an email with us that was kind of passed around or posted on social media about like ways to prevent it, to contain the infection, prevent the infection from taking hold in your throat, which is like the first stop before it goes to your lungs, and just how to contain it in your throat to prevent it from going to your lungs, which is when things get bad. So and steam, moisture, because it likes dryness, it likes a dry throat and dry lungs or whatever. Moisture is good for curbing COVID. I'm not saying you still can't get sick, you need to be careful, but drink your teas, like keep your throat moist and warm and steam showers and stuff like that are all good. For making the environment less favorable for coronavirus. Actually, I've been saying that in, yeah, I don't think you're supposed to say that in videos or something. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video now, I guess. So thank you for attending my chit chat. I will see you guys again soon. Check out my glitter lip kit tutorial, which I posted right before this one is gonna go up. And I'm gonna see you guys again soon. So I have a blog to edit and post from today, and I'm probably gonna blog tomorrow because I figured it might be fun and something that'll keep me motivated to, or I'm motivated to post. Well, I'm motivated to film. It's just the posting, and editing. So anyway, yeah, the blogs are kind of fun, I guess. So, or the vlogs are kind of fun. So I'll try to do some of that. I'll see you guys again soon. Till then, take care, be well, stay clean, stay safe, stay organized. Oh, and I got another video I want to do for you guys. So I've been taking supplements, some new supplements, that I think are working really well for different things. So I want to share those with you guys as well, because I think it's good health news you can use. But anyway, that's the whole thing I got to film, let alone edit. But I will see you guys again soon. Till then, take care, be well, stay clean, stay safe, stay organized. Talk to you soon. Bye now.